Going back to the workbook, taking charge of success across all areas of your life. How else can you apply that to yourself, and how else can you apply that to your business?
Well, it seems the best way to take charge of your business is to be prepared to do the work, to be skilled. For instance, um, not just skilled, but masterful. I think of mastery. And if you are, I always think of Mike Ferry, who would say, knowledge is confidence. It's hard to feel insecure when you know what you're doing and you know you can do it better than anyone else. And from that, I think success can come. So that's the first thing. Take charge of your business. You determine whether or not your business is good, whether you have any. Rather than waiting for people to come to you, you go to them. That's taking charge. You take it on your own terms. Um, just being a leader.
Anita, I'm curious, is it more important to be skilled and masterful and ready to take action, or is it more important to take action?
I think true. It's the action. I think fail every day. Fail, 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 fail. Improve, improve. So all of that mastery comes from all of that taking action every day. So it's the taking of action that over time leads to mastery. And that's what I'm thinking of. Rather than becoming masterful and then taking action, take action continually. And that leads to mastery if you're taking correct action.
Yeah. I could share with you that I'm highly skilled at communicating with clients with buyers and sellers in real estate. Okay. And I can also share with you that I have not always been. My skill has come from a few different areas. One, it's come from an immense amount of study. It's come from studying those that have gone before me. Two, it's become from an immense amount of preparation. Yet I would say that the one thing that has allowed for me to have the highest level of skill of knowing what to say and how to say it to prospective clients and to clients is just simply taking action. And I have screwed that up more than you can ever possibly imagine. Through time, you will get a high level of skill just by taking action.
I will say my very first transaction was with an agent who'd been an agent for 30 years, as she kept reminding me. I was so afraid of seeming incompetent. I was overprepared. I had to be, because she had 30 years. She didn't have 30 years experience. As they say, she had 1 year 30 times.
Yeah.
She had done something for 30 years, but never bothered to become skilled at it. And so that's what I'm thinking, being intentional with your actions, even if you get it wrong, but knowing that you've got it wrong and always seeking to improve as you have done. And so,
Yeah. And I was using myself as an example, not for the sake of, only for the sake of sharing with you that I have a personal experience that you could do this with zero knowledge of what the heck you're doing.
mhm.
And when you do it time and time and time and time again, you will learn how to be extraordinarily skillful. So just really using myself as an example, only because I'm a little bit under the weather today and I'm being lazy.
Aw.
And so I am just pulling the easy example I can select from. What else do you guys have? How else can we apply choosing to take charge in all areas of your life? How can we apply that to yourself and to your business? Thank you, Lenita, by the way.
For me at the root of it, prior to taking action, is getting over the negative thoughts, right? So like the negative thoughts that go in my mind before I make the call, like, oh well, such and such is not going to pick up the phone anyway, right? Like that's a negative thought. Like it's getting over that negative thought, and then to your 7 big rocks, like physical health, like okay, well the gym's probably packed, or to personal life, well my kids aren't going to want to do that anyway, and or whether it be key relationships or like with my job, or so just getting over like just the negative thoughts and beliefs that I have in my own mind, in my own head, and trying to figure out like what am I going to do to overcome those negative thoughts so that I can take action, opposed to like, all right, well such and such is not going to pick up the phone, well I know that such and such is at work, or just do it anyway, right? And then just kind of constantly just trying to remember what I want to achieve and why I want to achieve it so that I make the call. I go to the gym regardless, right? I do the
Mhm.
little things to help me get over some of those negative beliefs or those negative thoughts that I had in my mind prior to actually taking action or taking the steps to be successful.
Does anybody else besides John ever have negative thoughts, like limiting thoughts?
Plenty.
So okay. So can we agree that that's common? Okay. May I share some tactical techniques that may make you uncomfortable? And I say you, I'm not talking to you, John. I'm talking to everybody when I say you, including you, John, of course. So that may make you feel uncomfortable. Yet I'm asking for your permission to share this and for you to consider just to consider what I'm sharing with you. You guys okay with that? Okay. Couple things here. Nobody cares about you. They're too damn busy worried about what they think you think about them for them to think about you. So if you ever have a thought that, oh, I wonder what John's going to think about me. I wonder if I do this, what's Ephraim going to think, or John, or Shadrach, or Lenita? Like, what are they going to think about me? If you ever have that thought, you can choose to change that perspective in an instant, right this second, for the rest of your life. Because if you ever have that thought, you can choose to understand that when I'm thinking, what does John think about me? And when I'm thinking, what does Johnny think about me? The odds are Bob and Sue are actually not thinking about me because they're too damn busy thinking, what does Dan think about me? What do you guys think about that?
Makes perfect sense.
Okay. So
We're egotistical, and we're self-conscious. That's in our nature.
Yeah.
And
What does Ephraim think
especially
about
people
me?
that aren't practicing.
Of
What?
course.
But nice hairdo, you know?
My man got style. Right? Ephraim's too busy, and now I'm not going to use it. Bob is too busy thinking, what is Dan thinking about me, for Bob to think about Dan. And when you guys understand that, you can, from now, for this instant moving forward, the rest of your lives, never worry about what somebody's thinking about you. Ever again. Now, judge yourself based off your own standards. At the end of the day, you go to sleep, and if you choose to judge yourself, and you choose to say, hey, did I do the very best that I could possibly do today? And if the answer to that is yes, go to sleep and have sweet dreams. You deserve it. But sitting there thinking, well, did I annoy Dan when I said this? No, who cares? Okay, what matters is how you judge yourself. And I know each one of you are high, have high standards, because we wouldn't be engaging in the conversation if that wasn't a true statement. Okay. Now you should serve others with respect and dignity and love and all that. Okay. And as Lenita would say, you should allow others' flowers to flourish. Second thing I'll share about this. So when you choose to no longer worry about what others think about you, then you can just sort of let that piece there go away. Okay. The second piece of this is when you're sitting there with those conversations of the what ifs. And this is the piece that may make some of you uncomfortable. And I'm okay with that, because at the end of the day, I'll know that I did my very best, and it doesn't matter what you think about what I say. I'm committed to helping you. I'm committed to helping you grow. Okay. I have a knowledge and a belief that we are spiritual beings in a human manifestation. Having the awareness of that, for me, somehow or another, allows for me to not care about the actions that I'm taking. Now, of course, I'm not taking irresponsible actions. I'm not taking hurtful, it's loving actions always, right? If I sit there and I make a declaration like I'm going to help 200 families buy or sell a home this year, and when I say that, I'm manifesting that, okay? Because I know that I'm a spiritual being, and I know that I can create whatever this spiritual being chooses to create. It's not about me as a human, it's about me as a spirit. Now I can tie the gap on that and share what's important to me and how that's going to help others, right? And I'll leave that to the side for right now. What are you guys' thoughts about that as a perspective when you may be scared the next time you're scared to take action? Does that help you with that fear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It absolutely helps. I mean, both actually help, right? Nobody cares, and then you're a spiritual being in a human manifestation, right? That means we're not. I wouldn't call it fake, but it's it's an act. It's a projection. That's where I'm coming from. We are a projection. I'm not going to let their projections get in my way. That's just the bottom line. Don't let their projections get into my head, because it's an assumption, right? We're assuming that they have feelings or they care or whatever. So stop assuming, stop caring, and just move on. Right? I fight it every day. I'll tell you this right now. I fight it every day, and some days the demons win, and some days they don't. And on the days that the demons win, guess what? I print out 300 flyers, stuff them, and I go for a walk. Right? I get mad at myself for doing it, for not making calls, and I just go for a walk. Guess what? 300 arrows shot. Done. Okay, now I feel a little bit better. I can't walk the next day, but I feel better. But bottom line is, I'm trying to get better with that mindset of that negative mindset of the projection onto me, because it's a projection onto me, and it's absolutely an assumption.
Your thoughts, your beliefs are what creates your reality. Would you guys all believe that? Does that seem like a true statement? Okay. And if that is a true statement, and it is, when you could just understand that you're a spiritual being, for me, for some reason, all the things that seem unobtainable, all the things that seem monumental, all the things that seem hard suddenly go away. Because at the end of the day, you guys, thank you for being patient with me last week. I'm at a funeral of a lifelong friend, even though I hadn't been with her for probably 20 years or so, but she was growing up like a sister to me. Same age as me, same age as many of you. All of a sudden, it's done. And at the end of the day, that's what you get, right? And we don't know where Lisa is. That's my friend's name. We don't know where she is right now. She's probably right here next to me, right? She's probably right here next to you, okay? But who knows? So once you sit there and you sort of grasp that, then it's all of a sudden it's like, okay, I don't care. I'm going to take action. I'm going to take massive action, because there's only one life that I'm aware of right now, so I'm going to freaking knock it out. Hopefully there's more than one life, right? We'll all figure that out one day, or we won't. Right? Hopefully life is eternal.